What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we have some awesome Master League battles with Mewtwo, Reshiram, and Dialga. So shout out to YYDS Master Tang for sharing these battles with us. Let me know what you guys think about the team in these battles, and let's go and get right into it. Alright, getting into the first battle, we have Mewtwo on the lead versus Reshiram. Okay, and it looks like this trainer has all shiny Pokemon as well, which is really cool to see, but we're going to be seeing the Psystrike come through first right here, and no shield as well, and they're going to go ahead and swap into their own Reshiram, looking to try to, oh, they're going to go ahead and no shield. Alright, it is going to be the Crunch, does a decent amount of neutral damage. They do get the defense drop as well. Now it's just going to be a race to see if they can get to this Draco Meteor in time. Wow, 1 HP in a Dream, able to get to it. It's going to do a lot of neutral damage against the Lugia, but thankfully for Lugia's sake, it is so thick it does not care. So, this is going to be interesting as Dialga now is going to be coming in and farm down. Now, as you can see, I think this is from an iPad, I want to say, which is why the scaling is a little bit different. It's kind of throwing me off as well, seeing the nameplates where they are and the Pokemon where they're positioned. So let me know if you guys play with an iPad. Do you guys like it better than the phone? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. But we do have the Mewtwo now coming back in, and they're going to go ahead and swap to catch the charge move. This could be either really good or really bad. It's a Psystrike, so that's a bit better than the Shadow Ball, right? If I'm being honest, as they decided to no shield. And they're going to go ahead, and it looks like it was a CMP tie right there, so we will be seeing a shield go up on the Mewtwo to stop that Psystrike as they now go for their own. I believe the opponent still has their own Reshiram in the back, which is relatively low, so this is actually going to come down. Ooh, and a good sack swap by the opponent to catch this Psystrike right here, as it's going to be doing quite a bit of neutral damage, saving a shield as well. This is going to be extremely close. The opponent Mewtwo needs 2 charge moves, and they actually are able to get to a Psystrike here to force that final shield from the opponent Mewtwo, and they can swap in and go for the Draco Meteor right away. So considering I think the opponent was winning CMP tie, I'm surprised that they didn't just go for the CMP tie right there to force the shield, but good game. Very close one. All right, moving to the next one. We got Mewtwo versus Zacian here on the lead. Okay, all about the movesets here on Zacian, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and swap out into the Dialga. Now, they're just going to go ahead and go straight for Psystrike. I mean, even though this is resisted, come on, guys. It's a Psystrike from a Mewtwo, and it does force a shield right there. Very interesting. They're going to go ahead and come in with their own Dialga and look to load up on energy, and they're actually going to go ahead and go for the Iron Head. Now, the opponent might just be able to hang on, as this is going to be resisted. Yeah, they hang on with a good amount of health. And now the opponent has enough energy to throw a Draco Meteor, and they're going to let it go. No, it was an Iron Head. Very interesting call as they go for the back-to-back, and they're going to go ahead and no-shield this anyways. They care more about shield advantage than they do switch right now. So let's see what they decide to do. They're going to go ahead and come in with the Mewtwo and farm down. And we do see a Yveltal come in to the Mewtwo right here as they go for the Shadow Ball. It's going to be resisted, but still, any chip damage is going to be welcome, as they will now swap into their Reshiram and look to Dragon Breath down, and in comes the Zacian, and thankfully they do have Fusion Flare here for neutral damage. And Zacian only having 1 shield, it's going to be a very close match right here, because having 2 shields on Reshiram is going to be very nice. That is a Snarl, right? It's hard to tell the animations right here. But the energy gain from Snarl on the Zacian and having 2 shields, this is going to force that final shield. But this is where it's going to be very, very close to see if they can get... Oh, they decided to let it go through. They're going to trust in Yveltal to try to close this game out. They can safely let the Dark Pulse land right here. But let's see... They're going to go ahead and try to get to 1 more Fusion Flare. This is going to be extremely close. I think it's worth just going straight for Dragon Breath right here as the Dark Pulse. I don't think the Yveltal is going to get to another one. Oh, they decide to go for the Fusion Flare. Now, Mewtwo is energy dry, if I remember correctly, because they went for the Shadow Ball and swapped out. They do get the final shield. They're going to try to Dragon Breath down, and they do. That is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Yeah, in that situation, when you have Dragon Breath versus Snarl, the damage done is going to be a lot higher from Dragon Breath, which is why I thought instead of going for a charge move, just Dragon Breath straight down. All right, we got another Zacian here on the lead, and this time it's deciding to stay in. So they're going to go ahead and go for the Psystrike, trying to get a shield early from the Zacian, and they don't. Zacian sitting very comfortably right here. The Psycho Cut is not going to be enough fast move pressure to farm down, as they do stop the first Play Rough right there. And we do see a swap out now into Dialga. So they're going to go ahead and go for the Psystrike, and then probably look to swap out into the Mirror. Yeah, they will swap out into the Mirror right here. They are a bit behind, just slightly on energy, but they are also slightly ahead on health. Like, ever so slightly. We're talking like 1 or 2 Dragon Breaths and like 5 HP right here as they go for the Iron Head. The opponent decides to let it go through, and now this is going to be a Dragon Breath race against 2 shiny Dialgas here in the Master League. Let's see who's going to win. I think okay, yep, they definitely do get it. So that a little bit of HP was enough to make a difference, and they aren't able to get to the Iron Head here in time against Ho-Oh, as the Reshiram is now going to be coming into this matchup. Now remember, there is still the Zacian in the back with a little bit of energy, so you got to be careful, because any extra Snarl fast moves. Oh, and the Earthquake lands for so much super effective damage right there, as we will see the Fusion Flare go off, hoping to get a shield, but no, it does not. Dragon Breath is not going to be enough. The opponent swaps out into Zacian, and in comes the Mewtwo, and I'm telling you, this could be a very, very close endgame right here, as they look to stop the charge move. Double close combat might... Oh, they decided to go for the Play Rough, so maybe they have Wild Charge? They got to go for the double Psystrike. Oh, just in time right there. This should be forcing the final shield, and they should win. Oh, they decided to let it go. The Ho-Oh is instead going to come in, and this might have been a slight mistake, as the Ho-Oh is going to be forced to shield now, but does it have enough energy? No, it does not, because Mewtwo with the Psycho Cut energy gain is able to get to the Psystrike in time. Boom. That is going to be a good game. Very well played. That really came down to the wire right there. All right, moving to the next one. We got Mewtwo on the lead versus Ho-Oh. Apex Ho-Oh, I believe. But we do see a swap out now into Dialga, so they're going to go ahead. And this seems to be the play that they like to do. They like to have the Mewtwo throw the Psystrike and then bail into the Mirror. Yep, ahead on HP now, as they can safely farm down, and they know they don't have to fear a Draco Meteor right here. I don't think that was enough. They're gonna go ahead and shield. Yeah, it was just the Iron Hit. I don't think there was enough time really to get to the Draco Meteor, as they can't fully farm down. All right, that's okay. They saved a good amount of health. They have a lot of energy, so they should be forcing a shield on this back end. Now we do see a Ho-Oh come in, as they will go for Draco Meteor right here. And this is scary as the opponent. You think, could it just be an Iron Head shield bait? No, they decided to shield the Draco Meteor, and hopefully they can get to another one in time. But the Ho-Oh looking to fully farm down, and it's not going to be able to, as Dialga gets to another Draco Meteor, forcing shield. No, not getting a shield. They swap out right away into Reshiram, trying to Dragon Breath down before they get to the charge move, and this could be that Earthquake. No, it's going to be a Brave Bird, so able to survive, and the final Pokemon is going to be the Zekrom, so we're going to go ahead and see the fast move down. Now it's going to be up to Mewtwo to try to close this game out, but this is going to get very dangerous very quickly, because we will see the Crunch get shielded. No debuff as well. That is perfect for Mewtwo, because had the debuff landed, these Dragon Breaths would do a lot, but thankfully Mewtwo gains energy so quickly with Psycho Cut and the low energy cost of Psystrike that they can go for this back-to-back and win CMP tie, because it's Mewtwo in the Master League taking down the Zekrom right there. Boom! Final Pokemon is going to be the Ho-Oh, and they come in and Dragon Breath down. That is a good battle, very well played. Alright, I want Mewtwo to come back to raids. I'm almost done building mine. Alright, we got Togekiss here on the lead. We see a swap out right away into Garchomp, so we will see a Dialga now come in. These Dragon Breaths are really adding up, but Garchomp can fight back, right? It has access to Earth Power, which could potentially one-shot, but they decided to let it go through, and it's just going to be the Sand Tomb, which is fine. Now, they have to throw the Iron Head right here. This Garchomp is close to another Sand Tomb, and that could be devastating in the matchup. So, they go ahead and take out the Garchomp. Togekiss is likely going to be coming back in to farm down, as it will resist the Dragon Breaths, and Charm, because of the Sand Tomb debuff, should be able to take it out. No, not able to get to the Iron Head in time, instantly coming in with the Mewtwo now. And even though Togekiss is slightly ahead on energy because of the charms that it got, it takes a while to get to those charge moves to even try to force a shield here. So Mewtwo can safely shield and look to go for 2 more Psy Strikes before the boost? No boost. All right. That's the dangerous thing. When you see a Togekiss, that's a good swap into the Giratina here to catch the Psy Strike. Now, unfortunately, they do have Shadow Ball, which they could have freely landed right there, but they're going to go ahead and swap into Reshiram. And this is looking to be a good game, as Dragon Breath will do enough damage. They have energy on the Mewtwo. They have a potential Fusion Flare to throw at the Togekiss. But what I was getting at earlier is, though, even though we saw the Charm down, right, on the Dialga, the Charm doesn't gain energy very quickly compared to Psycho Cut, right? So even though they were ahead on energy in terms of the number of fast moves that they did, the Mewtwo caught back up very quickly. So here comes the Fusion Flare now on the Togekiss, getting the final shield. Togekiss is going to go ahead and farm down, and it's going to take, I think a Psy Strike is going to be just enough. If not, they should be able to get to another one in time. I think it's going to hang on. Yeah, barely! One HP in a dream. All right, good game. Moving into... Oh, they caught something. Right, they caught a Marini. Congrats! Your bag item's is full. I have that problem a lot too. What do you have? You have no Pokeballs and no berries. The incense! What? How many incense you got? We're halfway through the video. We're halfway through the shoutcast. Hold on. I'm gonna rewind. Interrupt this broadcast to look at the number of incense this battler has. Hold on. We're gonna go ahead and scroll. Where was it? 284 and 187 star pieces. My gosh. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the next battle. Halfway through the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I was thinking to myself, right, when you have storage filled, it's usually potions, Pokeballs, or berries, right? The triple threat. And it was none of those. I'm like, what is going on? All right, we have Dialga here on the lead, so we will see the Psy Strike get shielded right away. I believe they built up the Shadow Ball right there as well. But we're going to go ahead and see a no shield here on the Iron Head. Mewtwo should be able to survive and get off this next Psy Strike now to get the Dialga low, and they might want to just swap into their own Dialga right here. No, they're going to go ahead and let it go. Okay, they're going to come in with the Dialga and farm down. Now, the reason why I thought maybe they want to swap into it is to save Mewtwo for a potential sack swap. It's something I love to do. It's utilized as like the third shield, if we think about that, but they're going to go ahead and farm down. We do see a Giratina Origin come in, so Dialga is sitting very comfortable right here. Tons of energy for the Draco Meteor that gets shielded right away. They can swap into their Reshiram and Dragon Breath down. Now, they're going to be forced to shield, as it could be the Shadow Ball, which they do stop. That's a big shield right there, and they won't be able to get to the Draco Meteor in time, so they might want to throw the Fusion Flare here. No, they're going to go ahead and just fully commit to the farm down and have that energy on the back end. We know there's still the Dialga in the back with a good amount of health, and we know there is a third Pokemon that we have yet to see. All right, let's see what decides to come in. It is going to be Palkia! In comes the Draco Meteor. Boom! One-shots the Palkia and Dialga. Okay, Dialga had a lot less health than I thought. I forgot about the Dragon Breath down. That's a good game. But that was a good call right there, right? Instead of throwing the Fusion Flare against Giratina to try to help yourself survive a bit more, they just went for the all-out farm down, and boom. Now we got a Zacian here on the lead. Oh, it's quick. Okay. All right, it's quick attack Zacian. That's what the animation is right here. It's kind of tough to see. But we will see the Wild Charge land there against the Mewtwo, and they do swap out right away into Dialga. So that's a good catch by the opponent, as this is going to be resisted. But like we've seen before, this is very favorable for Dialga because they can just fully farm down. Now, the opponent can get to a Draco Meteor in time. That's what you guys are seeing right here, as they will stop this. But this Dialga now might just be able to get to 2 Iron Heads versus the Zacian that is likely going to be coming back in. So here's the first one. This is going to be forcing a shield. Actually, we may actually see a no shield right here. I know it's going to be super effective. Yeah, we see a no shield right there because they want to try to take it out before having to give up an actual shield. And unfortunately for the opponent, this Dialga has 2 Iron Heads and is going to be forcing that shield here. Now, this Zacian is in trouble. It has to throw energy. And unfortunately, this is, well, it's probably going to be Wild Charge. No, it's going to be close combat. Either way, They're going to come in right away with their Reshiram to soak the charge move right here. And this is going to be the close combat for a lot of neutral damage. And the final Pokemon is going to be another Reshiram Mirror. So they're going to go ahead and swap it in the Mewtwo to go for the Psy Strike, hoping to force the final shield from the opponent. But will they get it? Yes, they do. So this is going to look like a... I think this battler has it. Can they get to the Fusion Flare in time? I don't think this is going to be enough damage. It's going to be extremely close. No, it's not enough right there, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. All right, moving into the next one. We have Mewtwo on the lead versus Dialga. Okay, let's see what they decide to do. We've seen before, actually, they're looking to go for the Shadow Ball from where they're tapping. Nope, they just go for the Psy Strike every single time. Even if it lands, it still does a good amount of damage, as they do decide to let it go. So they are looking to go for another one, but they're going to go ahead and look to no-shield this Iron Head right here. Again, reading there might be Giratina Origin in the back. We're going to go ahead and see another Psy Strike land, and then probably just let them farm down, just like we saw with the previous matchup, as they will get Dragon Breath down. All right, time to come in with their own Dialga and farm down, have energy advantage for this next matchup. And let's see what decides to come in. It's going to be an Excadrill. Uh-oh, Excadrill in a very strong position right here, as Drill Run will be doing super effective damage to both Pokemon. That does so much. And we see the Giratina Origin now come in, and they do get to the Draco Meteor in time. So this is going to be a very close endgame. That Excadrill, boom! Down goes the Giratina Origin, but the opponent knows Excadrill is the win condition. It's Dragon Breath versus the... Yeah, they decide to surrender. That Excadrill core breaking that backline right there. Good game. All right, Mewtwo on the lead versus Meloetta. This is the first time I've seen it in the Master League. I don't even know what's going on. All right, we got another Excadrill coming in. And this is actually going to be a good situation for Dialga, because they might just be able to force a shield right here with Draco Meteor. Even though it is resisted, my goodness, it does so much damage, and they do get that shield. Now, Excadrill is in a good position right here if they play this correctly, where the Drill Run does super effective, and they can farm down with Mud Shot. This is a very good situation for Excadrill, and unfortunately Mewtwo now is going to have to shield the second charge move, maybe even the third if the Excadrill gets to it. As you guys can see, it does about 50% HP, and they're going to look to no-shield both. That is risky because they are extremely low now, and any swap into another Pokemon like Meloetta right here to soak the charge move, it might just spell disaster. So they're going to go ahead and swap into their Reshiram and get ahead on energy. But my goodness, I have no clue what's coming from Meloetta. You and I are both seeing this for the first time. What's it going to be? Psyshock. Okay, not too much damage right there. This should be able to soak it up, but they're going to be forced to shield this next one. We don't even know what the final Pokemon is yet. The Excadrill has a shield, and it has a good amount of health and a good amount of energy, so this is going to be an extremely close one. Now, they do have back-to-back Fusion Flares right here, so let's see what the opponent decides to do. They're going to... Oh, I think that's going to be a good game. Zacian coming in right now with the energy gain that it has and the potential to force a shield here. Alright, if they actually get a shield right now, and the opponent swaps to Excadrill, that's the win condition. Oh, I forgot they still have Mewtwo. So they still have Mewtwo, everyone. There is a sack swap potential right here as the close combat gets shielded. In comes the Excadrill, and they get to the Fusion Flare in time against it. See ya, Excadrill. Boom! In comes the Zacian. Oh! They catch the charge move on Mewtwo! What a beautiful catch, but does the remaining HP allow Reshiram to survive to get to Fusion Flare? Yes, it does! What a beautiful game! Oh my goodness, that was probably the best game of this whole set. I'm gonna guess that was the last one. It always is. No, it's not the last one. Alright, that was a good battle. If you're still here after that battle, let me know down in the YouTube comments. Thanks for hanging around. That was a good one. All right, we got the Dialga on the lead. Build up the Shadow Ball, throw the Psy Strike. This trainer has a very good habit of looking to go for Psy Strike right away, and all these Dialgas seem to let it go through. So they're going to go ahead and let the Iron Head go through. And my guess is throw another Psystrike right here. Oh, the opponent bailed out. What did they bail out to? And that looked like Mudshot. That might be an Excadrill. No, it's a Landorus. Okay, they can come in with Reshiram right here and Dragon Breath down. Now, they are going to be hit with the charge move, so they're going to go ahead and shield. And it is going to be that Stone Edge. That's a very solid shield right there as they farm down. Now, we will see Dialga come back in, so they're going to go ahead and go for the Fusion Flare. This might just force a shield from the opponent, because if they let it go through, if they let it go through, they'd get Dragon Breath down. But the opponent wants to try to maintain this switch advantage if they can, and unfortunately, not able to get the Fusion Flare off as the Iron Head is going to be taking out the Reshiram. Now they come in with their Dialga, and it's going to be a Metagross, Shadow Metagross in the back. So this is where the chaos begins, because is it a Meteor Mash or is it an Earthquake? It is up to this trainer to try to catch the charge move on Mewtwo. Oh, and they catch it! What a... I love sack swaps. This is why you save your Pokemon with a little bit of health if you can, because they come in so crucial in these endgame matchups. They can safely shield this charge move, farm down, and then it's going to be Dragon Breath versus Dragon Breath on the Dialga mirror fight. This is looking to be a good game. The opponent does not have enough remaining HP, and there you go. Sacrificial swaps is the name of the game. That is how you overcome tough situations like that, and what a great showcase. We're going to go ahead and zip it back to the beginning right here from YYDS Master Tang. So shout out to this battler for sharing this with us. That was a really fun set. Really enjoyed those battles, and I'm excited to try. Hopefully we see Mewtwo come back, hopefully we see Reshiram come back, and hopefully we see Dialga come back, because I know a lot of you watching don't have all the resources just yet to build this team, but when they come back, look to try to get some of those XL candies and whatnot. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.